Hi everyone and welcome to the May edition of DroneBlocks Up in the Air. I'm your host Clinton Evans. Now May, there's some very cool things that went down. Let's check them out. This episode, we're going to look at our educator spotlight, shining a light on two very awesome educators doing very cool things with drones in STEM. We're then going to look at two really quick DroneBlocks announcements, as well as checking out the update to the DroneBlocks desktop app that now supports block coding for the Go One robotic dog. Then I'm going to touch on the new machine learning course that we have releasing soon with the one and only Pat Ryan, before looking at the solution to last month's challenge on how to fly in a cube. So that's pretty jam-packed, so let's get into it. So, 1st of May, the educator spotlight was on Joy Schwartz, who does some amazing STEM work with drones in the classroom. What I really like about this post is it highlights some very cool things that Joy's achieved. Like one of the things is being a facilitator of computer science and robotics program at code.org. And we also have things like, what I really enjoyed is that Joy discovered a primitive drone back in the day that just didn't stick with the students, but then Tello and DroneBlocks seems to be working, which is fantastic. And I like it that one of his students even pointed out that this thing has Python. It's so cool. Also, the other highlight I've got to point out is that Joy has been known to deliver lessons in the classrooms in a full flight suit and goggles. That sounds amazing. Thanks, Joy, for all the amazing work you do. The next educator in the spotlight is Ed Maloney at Northport High School in New York. They had their annual STEM day with robotics and tinkering and drones. And what's really cool is Ed also touches on, again, he says here, he highlighted that DroneBlocks allows himself and other teachers to reach a broad range of students from elementary to high school, which is so cool. And there's also a 2-minute clip on the DroneBlocks YouTube page of the actual event. That is so cool. Thank you, Joy. Thank you, Ed. Now, moving on. Our real quick 2 announcements from DroneBlocks is that the first one, DroneBlocks has now joined the Drone Code Foundation, which is so cool. Drone Code is a vendor-neutral foundation for open source drone projects. And our mission at DroneBlocks is to integrate open source tech in STEM classrooms. It is so cool. I cannot wait to see what happens next. And then the other announcement is that we have some of the prosumer, bigger outdoor industry drones, such as the Mavic 3s, the Mini 3s, and the Avadas by DJI in our store. So when educators want to go to the next level or they want to get drones to film sporting events or school events, you can now get some of those through our DroneBlocks store. Told you they were quick. Moving on. Now, for those of you who are using the Desktop 2.0 app for DroneBlocks, you will have noticed that in the latest update, we now support blocks for the Go One robotic dog. That is so cool. You can make your dogs move, change the poses, do math, the usual DroneBlocks block coding, but now for the dogs. I cannot wait to see what the students come up with. It is so cool once you've connected the app to the dog and you see the cameras and you can get the poses. And this opens up a whole new avenue of coding a robotic dog, which I think is so cool. And speaking of cool, one thing that I'm so excited about is the upcoming launch of the machine learning course with the one and only Pat Ryan. It is such an amazing course. It covers the basics of machine learning. You'll be doing this in Python. You get to do some machine learning on a little 8-bit car, which is very cool. And it even touches on Pandas, which is an open source Python package that we use for data science and data analysis. It is so cool. So I can't wait for that to launch. And speaking of launching, let's launch our simulator and look at last month's solution to flying in a cube. So we're going to do the Mars simulator today, and let's get into the solution. So here's my version of the code. I've got a couple of functions just to do the up and down line and the lid, which will make sense when you see it. So let's launch this code and watch what happens. Okay, get a nice view. We want to see a cube. So we fly forward, then we fly up, then we fly down. Then we fly right, then we fly up, then we fly down. Backward, up, down, left, up, and then we make our lid, which is a normal square. And there we have well, it looks like a cube. And of course, if you want a more accurate cube, change the speed, and then you'll get a way more accurate cube. So that is one of the many ways that you can fly in a cube using a Tello drone or the DroneBlocks simulator. Your challenge for May is to take what you've learned here today and make your favorite Tetris piece. Can't wait to see what you come up with. And that takes us to the end of this video. If you enjoyed watching or you learned something new, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the DroneBlocks YouTube channel. And I'll see you next month. So until then, keep your drones in the air and your students engaged and have fun.